Good day, everyone. This is Mark Lester G. Quiambao, your discussant for today, and this is all about creativity plus literacy. Creativity plus literacy, according to Naiman 2018, creativity is the act of turning new and imaginative ideas into reality. Creativity is characterized by the ability to perceive the world in new ways, to find hidden patterns, to make connections between seemingly unrelated phenomena, and to generate solutions. Creativity involves two processes, which is thinking, then producing. In addition, creativity is bound up in our ability to find new ways around old problems, said Seligman Nodé. Dito, na ilalabas natin yung connection between creativity plus literacy, wherein we are thinking about something na ma mapapalitan natin wherein our ability na ma-solve yung problems, which is yun yung ipoproduce natin in order for us to make connections to this kind of phenomena. Next is creativity plus literacy from Q to Z. So it was been discussed by other reporters, the letters from A to P. Now let's discuss Q. So Q stands for question, a part of a story. Now in this part, you have to think a story you've read before, or you have read a new one, or you read a new one. Pick one part that you wonder about. How could you change a part of this story? How would it affect the rest of the story? Draw or write about how would it change. Questioning is one of the effective ways to enhance one's creativity. And that's right. Your creativity will lead you to make a more meaningful part of the story. You can make it yellow or blue. And that is one good thing about creativity. Nagkakaroon tayo ng power to change a part of the story. Wherein in this part, kaya mong baguhin depende sa mood mo. Like, kung gusto mong maging yellow, happy, and it's up to you. It's up on your creativity. And you can make it blue. Okay. Next letter is R, which stands for read something blue. Find something to read that is blue. Is it about something blue? Is it blue because the mood of the story or the illustrates are sad? Draw a picture to represent the story. Now think of how could you make that same story yellow. Every story is subjective in most ways. Some stories are yellow for others, pero para sa'yo, it's blue. Now find the story that you think is blue and try to make it yellow. And at this moment, you have the power to change the mood of the story depending on your wild creativity. Let's proceed to letter S. Solve a problem by writing something. Think of a big or little problem. Think of a way you could solve that problem by writing something. Plan what to write. You could plan by doodling, building something, or acting it out. Okay, then try your idea and see if it solves the problem. There are such ways to solve a problem, and writing something is one of those. A problem, small or big, can be solved if and only if you write your plans about it. Your imagination extends the limit of the mind. So, in this part, we can solve a problem by writing something, by planning it out. Maybe there are so much ways to do it. So, pwede nating isulat, mag-outline upang nagkakaroon tayo ng track about this problem para masosolve natin to at mababalikan natin yung lugar kung saan nagkaroon ng problem so that pwede natin itong balikan para hindi na maulit or para mas masolve na natin para hindi na paulit-ulit yung problema. Okay? Next is letter T, which is to try to tell a story from 3 points of view. Ano nga ba yung ibig sabihin ng 3 points of view? So, the first point of view is from the person speaking or from the person talking. Yun yung first point of view. And the second point of view is the point of view of uh, the person the first person telling to. And the third point of view is the point of view of others. Okay, so now you have to pick a story and tell it from the perspective of different characters or things in the story. You could plan how to tell the story by drawing or acting it out. And this will make you understand and relate to others' perspective about your story. This will also make you think just and unbiased for you saw it from the third point of view. Creativity plus literacy, letter U. Understand an unusual illustration. Look closely at the illustrations in a picture book. Find the most unusual illustration. What is special or unusual about it? Why do you think the illustrator included it in the story? The most unusual things are what enhance the creativity. The more unusual, the harder your mind thinks. In this way, you will be able to know what are the key points on the story. It also reminds you to be mindful and alert on every part of the story you read or you read. Okay? So letter V, visualize a story. Think of a story you know and picture the story in your mind. Pretend you are watching a move of a story. Visualize the story again, then substitute a pig for the main character. How does it change? Visualizing a story is one of the ways to explore your creativity. Uh, we can try it to be more unusual, to see the outcomes go differently or just the same. As told on this part, pwede mong i-substitute yung pig at mag-iiba nga ba yung story? Of course, there will be a change on the story, pero paano ba? In what way siya magbabago? And that depends on the creativity of the person. Next, letter W, which is to write an opposite poem. Think of a feeling. Pwedeng masaya, malungkot, nasasaktan, or it depends on you. Now, write or say or draw a poem about it. Now, think of the opposite feeling. Write and say or draw a poem about the opposite feeling. To oppose is a great deal in life. Writing something opposite will make you see the other side of the story. You will be able to understand every point of view. It is also unbiased and just. And it is also one of the creative ways to give the readers or the listeners a good and creative poem. Like magsusulat ka ng isang feeling na nagustuhan mo, magsusulat ka ng poem about that. Now, the challenge is gagawa ka ulit ng isang poem ng opposite feeling nun. Kung masaya yung sinulat mo ngayon, now, can you try to write a poem ng opposite nun na malungkot naman, na taliwas dun sa una mong sinulat? Now, tignan natin kung alin ang mas maganda, kung alin ang mas may impact to the readers. At doon nasusubok natin yung creativity natin. Okay. Next is letter X. Examine two structures. Build or draw two structures or different structures. Compare these two structures. How are they alike? Now contrast the two structures. How are they different? Are they more alike or more different? And why? And this method is proven in such a way that scientists did this method on most of their works. They do compare and contrast to look for the pros and cons of of something. It will also make you realize that things go differently and the same, maybe simultaneously. Um, yung part na to, ginagamit din to ng mga scientists and pwede na din siyang pwede na din siyang gamitin ngayon sa creativity. Dahil we do compare and contrast para nakikita natin at nasusubaybayan natin yung mga ginagawa nating literacy. Like yung mga producers ngayon ng libro, they are comparing their old books to their new written book. Bakit? Kasi tinitignan nila if may progress ba, kung nag-iiba ba yung structure ng kanilang pagsusulat, kung merong bang pagkakamukha yung sinulat nila before sa ngayon, are they improving? It is also part ng self-assessment Kasi dito, sa pagko-compare at contrast nila, na-assess nila yung kanilang sarili, yung creativity nila, if they are improving or not. Next, letter Y. Yes. Make a list of questions with yes for an answer. Try to think as many as you can in 1 minute. What do the yes questions have in common? Would everyone else agree that the answer to all of the questions is yes? You have to be mindful of others. This will make you be aware of what you do. If not everyone approves your actions, it was not your fault. You cannot please everyone to say yes in every actions you make. Um, this is a challenge for everyone na gumawa ng questions sa isip muna, pwedeng mag-list na agad ng mga questions na ang answer is yes. Ano nga ba yung common ng mga to? Maaring ang common nila is about ourselves, personal, pwedeng about nature, kasi we can all agree about that. Pero minsan hindi siya applicable sa politics kasi we are more subjective and minsan ano na siya opinionated na siya, 'di ba? Kasi pwedeng para sa iyo okay siya pero para sa iba hindi. And bakit sa tingin mo yung mga questions na to is yes para sa iyo at sa tingin mo ba yes din ito para sa iba? At on that part, your creativity extends it, 'di ba? Malalaman natin, ma-aware tayo na baka hindi sila mag-yes about dito. At alam natin na or magkakaroon tayo ng idea sa naiisip ng iba. And lastly, letter Z, think about Zany characters. Who is the zaniest book character you can think of? What make that what makes that person zany? How does the character's zany personality improve the story? Do you know another person or character with a similar zany personality trait? Vent your own zany character. Draw or act like your character. Now, creating is the last and crucial part of Revise Bloom's text, taxonomy, wherein it is the most important among all. Creating a character needs a higher level of creativity. Dito masusukat natin kung gaano ka ka-creative sa paggawa at paglikha ng character. At kung paano mo siya maire-relate dun sa character na naisip mo from the book, maybe from the movie, from the television, it's totally up to you. Magagawa ka ng character and your creativity ang gagawa nun. Now, if you did it at na-draw mo ito, now, maybe we can extend another question about that. Kung puwede mo bang or ano yung similarity ng character na nagawa mo sa character mo? And that's one of extending the creativity part na nagtatanong pa tayo. We are asking for more questions. We are asking for more information kasi hindi tayo nagtatapos sa isang question. And this is the ending part that creativity is an open-ended part of our life kasi hindi siya nagtatapos. Hindi siya um, kumbaga wala siyang edge. Para siyang para siyang universe, it extends infinite. So, wag tayo magpalimit dun sa kung anong meron tayo kasi we can do more and we can make more. At sa ngayon, kung hindi pa gaano kalawak yung creativity natin, pero we can enhance it by doing this A to Z. Okay, so kapag ginawa natin to, maybe after like ilang practice, our creativity will be improved. And again, this is Mark Lester G. Quiambao, and this is all about creativity plus literacy. Thank you for listening.